we look at these setups now, so the left-hand one kind of indicates your before, and your right-hand one indicates the after. Okay, so let's see the ball position there on your before. Okay, so on that left heel, and now the ball position is there. So just move back the amount we're looking to try and get just left of centre, so down to your left chest, left cheek, that kind of side of the body. Okay, and for me, we've tidied that grip up a lot more. Your hands just look better on the golf. There's less kind of loose nails and fingers showing. It's more just like in the fingers there, thumbs are on top. I don't know if you watch golf on TV, but if you watch any golfers there, you can see those two positions there. So that's going to be a good thing, and I'll send this through to you anyway, so you can keep that there, maybe a screen grab, and then look at that when you're on the driving range. How should my hands look? Okay, so make sure my hands are more in the fingers, thumbs like so, rather than kind of palms under. Because when the palms go under this way, you tend to grip it up in the lifeline, you have to grip it really tight. And then, of course, then you're trying to move the club and just you're losing control of that golf club. I said it feels lighter when it's more in the fingers, doesn't it? Which is a good thing because you get more speed then with the golf
club. To be honest, it felt more... First, when I put my hand on it, first one, it was like, this is looking weird.
Yeah.
But then a couple of shots, it felt like...
Exactly. And the thing is, if I said, just pick up your golf bag, for example, and hold the handle, you'd hold it in the fingers. Hold a carry bag if you're walking from the shops, you'd hold it in your finger. Hold a briefcase, anything, you'd hold it in the fingers. You wouldn't carry something... If I was going to carry this golf club here, you just carry this way. You wouldn't go and do that in your palm, would it? Because after a while, it'd hurt. If you're holding a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you'd hold it in your fingers so you can control it and swing it. Next time you hold a dumbbell or put it in there, it'd be like your forearm would be agony after about 5 seconds. So you get in the right position certainly will help. So that was the two changes that set up ball position and grip. And then the first thing we're going to look at, as we said, is obviously the movement, that wrist going back on the takeaway. Okay, this is your before movement. I'll pause the top, as you can see here now. So that left wrist now in that sort of bowed.
Some system, isn't it?
Left position there, so quite a lot of, again, almost like touching your thumb on your forearm there, so a lot of forearm bend there, a lot of wrist bend, shall I say, and as a result of that, your club face, you can see, if I get to the bit where it pause, hopefully you can see there, your club face now is basically pointing straight back towards me, I suppose. If I was sat down here, your club is here, and then he's pointing kind of there. When that comes back to the golf ball, he's going to come back that. So then you've got to start doing a lot of this to try and square the club face up. Well, that's, again, adding another variable or an influence to where the ball's going to go. Yes, your lower half is a bit slidey, but in terms of the movement, we're going to focus more on that left wrist. So this club goes back now, okay? Back a little further. There we go. So you're getting that L position. Say that. That L position that we're looking at there, okay? The club now is certainly straighter, okay? This is the one you did before you started going to the longer one, to be fair. There's a couple of swings you made with the left arm, got to go up here, and the club was up there, which is fine, obviously. And you're getting that club face now in a more what we call set position, and the club face is just basically your wrist is doing this, and this is not kind of bowing and collapsing that club. That, to me, looks a lot more comfortable in terms of takeaway. Than that on the left-hand side there. Okay, so we can get that left wrist hinging up, so it just hinges up. The problem was that before, on the left there, you couldn't really do anything about that because your grip kind of dictated that. If you're gripping the club as you were, your wrist is already preset bent under because your left hand's kind of under the grip, so now it's going to bend that way anyway. So when you then swing through, come at the golf ball, nice strike of the ball, as you can see, because the ball now in a better position, and then swing through. In time, we get a bit more kind of release through the ball with the arms. I think there's a bit of tension there to start, which is fair enough, okay? But in time, you're going to get that kind of L position. What we're looking for, as we said, is kind of at this position, at any point during the swing, whether you're swinging just to hit or even swinging further, your left arm and the club should be in kind of that L position. As you come back, we want to see that sort of club from here, then kind of release through to like a reverse L on the other side, okay? If it's a bit kind of prodding forward, that's definitely someone who's had a very, what we call, closed club face, and had to try it almost like cricket defensive block shot type thing to get the club face square, which with the irons it can sometimes work. Give you a driver, it's going to be a big old slice off the right there, or a complete smother low left, which would be neither here nor there to what you want to try and do, okay? So to summarise that quickly, okay? Left hand grip, more in the fingers, and grip pressure a lot looser, okay? And then swing-wise now, with that ball slightly further back, we're going to swing, trying to get that hinge in the wrist. I think in time we can get that lower half moving a little bit less. A simple little drill, which I'm just going to show you now, but if I stay on the video, you can remember yourself, hopefully. When we swing up against like a chair, so if I sort of do it on the side here now, set up here, there's a chair on there, my hip now is away from that chair. As I go back, I'll move a little bit towards it, and then I'm going to rotate away from it. Yeah. What we don't want to do is that, because that's making a lot of daylight between the chair and your leg. But equally, I don't want to be sliding into it. So that's, again, something you can do at home, just to get the feel of how that lower half's going to work. Kind of to sort of put a chair kind of to the side there, and then from there you just make a few sort of back swings, still trying to maybe incorporate that left hinge so you get the two things at the same time, because once that's done more and over again, that'll become more familiar. Once those things are kind of set in stone, or more muscle memory, as we said, you can then look at the next sort of transition bit by bit to go through the swing as we progress, basically. Okay, but we'll start with setup. Always start them with backswing. Okay, and then the next is obviously again through the impact position, through the follow through, etc., etc. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Happy with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.